Several parts of Johannesburg have been left without water for days due to power cuts and the recent heat wave. This has negatively impacted some water reservoirs and towers in Johannesburg. We're now joined by Makenosi Maroo, Rand Water Spokesperson. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time this afternoon. Just how bad is the situation?
Good afternoon and good afternoon to your listeners. The situation is deteriorating in terms of our reservoir storage level. There is a huge decline.
And you put that down to load shedding as well as the heat wave. How should we understand that with the recent heavy rains that we had?
Yes, we are putting it down to high consumption. Load shedding, we were impacted by load shedding at our Suikerbos purification plant on the 13th of January. Also, we had an issue at our Ekenhof pump station. So those issues have impacted significantly on our storage, our level of our reservoirs.
This means what for impacted areas, and which areas in particular?
We had to reduce water flow. So that means various municipalities are impacted. But I would like to mention that rainwater's system, it is stabilizing and we are pumping to maximum capacity. However, for us to recover fully, we are dependent on less power failures.
Well, we have been ramped up to stage 6 load shedding that's coming in effect this evening, which will mean what? We're going to go back to water rationing?
No, definitely. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We do have an agreement with power suppliers. So we are really not impacted that much by load shedding. However, from time to time, we do experience power trips, power failures, and we normally get it sorted out within an hour or 2 hours. Maximum is about 4 hours. But it sends us back for about a day or two, depending with how long was the power trip. So we are not there yet. But we will be communicating. In the meantime, we are still urging consumers to use water sparingly.
Just in the immediate, are you then suggesting that the outlook is positive in spite of the ramping up of load shedding to stage 6 tonight? Residents across the board can expect to open their taps and water flow will be consistent?
The water flow will be there. It might be obviously because we have applied the flow control management when we realize that the consumption is quite high. The water demand is outstripping the supply. So the flow might be slow or it might be restricted, but the water will still be there. But also, what rainwater does is we supply water to municipalities into their reservoirs. They decide which area will not have water. So in that sense, we are engaging with our consumers or our customers, in this case, different municipalities.
All right. So if I want to check whether our area has been impacted, where do I go?
If you are living in Johannesburg, Joburg Water will be the place, definitely, if you go to their website.
Makenosi Maroo, Rand Water Spokesperson. Thank you, ma'am.